Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Kinetic Dragon tutorial.
Yeah.
Kenpo for the street.
And Kinetica for your life.
Yes, we're back.
Woo!
Yeah, what's that? How you doing, everyone? We're back with you. First of all, we want to say we are sorry for not being here 2 weeks ago, but Hector encountered, you know, I think he encountered a big piece of meat, and he's been eating that, the whole cow for the past 2 weeks. Now we had some things to do. The pandemic is still a problem. Quarantine still a problem. We're not fully back on track. I mean, we're getting there, but we're still struggling. So we're very sorry, but we're back, and we're going to try to be here every 15 days doing this live broadcast, okay, on Saturdays around this time, around noon, to share with you a little bit more about, Kenpo for the street and Kinetica for your life. So today we're going to share, um, uh, we're going to share some ideas, okay, because we've been criticizing the art, or we did back in the tutorials 4 or 5 years ago. And now, there's a saying that I'm going to paraphrase, but it goes kind of like this. When you criticize, make sure that you are suggesting options or giving options to solve the problem. Okay. And this saying was, uh, it is written in the Zen of Kenpo, the book wrote by the late senior grandmaster Ed Parker. And this December is going to be 30 years of his passing. He left this physical world 30 years ago. So, since we have criticized his art, but it's not his art, it's our art. So that's why we criticize it, because we're a part of it, okay? And we feel we have the right. But we always want to give suggestions. So the problem is not with the art, okay, from the way we see it, okay? The problem is with the practitioners, okay? And we're not trying to be controversial. We're not trying to be political or generate, no. What we're trying to do right now is just share a point, okay? There are too many of us wearing high-ranked black belts. We have too many 10 degrees, 9 degrees, 8 degrees, you name it. There are too many out there, okay? So that's the problem, okay? And also that a lot of those individuals are not flying with Kenpo. You should be flying. Yes. Wearing a 10 degree in Kenpo, it means that you're Tony Stark or Hulk, Bruce Banner, or Clark Kent, or
something like that.
Okay, we're expecting for you to fly. Okay, or Yoda, or Darth Sidious, or Darth Vader, because you're 10 degree. Okay, so I'm not saying that if you are, in your 50s, 60s, 70s, we understand age. But if you're wearing this high ranking black belt, I'm not saying take it off. No, just go to the next level. See, I was sharing the other day, now it's not enough to just keep the flame of Kenpo alive. Because I listen to this very often. Keeping the flame alive. Keeping the flame alive. It's not enough, dude. It's not enough. It's good, yes. Keeping the flame alive is good, sure, but it's not enough. We need to spread the fire. Yes, we need to take it to the next level. Okay, we need to reclaim what is rightfully ours. Okay, Kenpo being the ultimate science of motion when it comes to striking arts, right? It's been like this for 1,500 years. So what happened now or more? Okay, now we have other arts that are ahead of us. Why? Marketing wise, at least, they're positioned in the market way ahead or way more than Kenpo. So what we are saying is we need to do more. Okay, we need to step up, face the challenge and bring Kenpo back to the spot that is rightfully, where Kenpo belongs, the mother art. That's how Mr. Parker referred to Kenpo, as the mother art. And if you go back in time, you go 800 years old in Japan, then you go all the way back to 1500 years ago, all the way to China, and then you go back and you can trace it back to India, right? I mean, come on. Okay, so I'm not saying you're doing wrong. No, I'm saying we can do more. Yes, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do more. Okay, so we have criticized and said before that the Kenpo techniques don't work on the street. Okay, what we mean by this is that it's not about the technique, it's about your training. Okay, so we're gonna go on the mats and we're gonna give you some or suggest some possible answers or remedies to change this. Okay, so we're going to give you some options. Okay, so from what we believe it should be done, and if you're already doing this, great. If not, do it. If you're doing it, also promote it more, share it, make sure that your people are training like crazy, because it's not what you know, is what you can do with the art that counts in Kenpo. Mr. Parker said that as well. So knowing the techniques, 154 techniques and 96 extensions, is not enough. It's what you can do with them what counts. Again, remember, the techniques are case studies of motion. Okay, they're in the ideal phase. They're not meant to be done like that in the street. I mean, if you can pull it off, amazing. But what are the statistics for that? Okay, most likely you're going to have to formulate. So in order to formulate, the most important things are basics, right?
Yeah.
You need to work with basics.
Practice.
Yes, and not just practice. You need to train your ass off. Okay, train like crazy. And then you need to have the understanding of the concept, principles, and theories of motion. Okay, so you can apply your basics with the principles and make Kenpo work. Okay,
Always.
yes.
Always.
Yeah, you should be able to devastate anybody with Kenpo. That's the way it was created. And Kenpo is created for you to fight 1, 2, 3, 4 different opponents, not just one guy. And I've heard this a lot of times, that it's not possible to defend yourself against multiple attackers. Sometimes you don't have a choice. Okay? Sometimes in the street you get attacked by 1, 2, 3. What are you going to say? Wait, I didn't train for this. Please, one at a time. Whoops. Make a line. Okay. Throw me a right punch. Okay, 5 swords. Okay, now throw me a right kick. Okay, trusting salute. No, it doesn't happen that way. Okay? You're going to get multiple attackers probably, and you're going to be you're going to have to maybe, block and punch and kick and evade and whatever, do whatever it takes to survive. Okay? And of course, if they have guns and stuff, then yes, you're doomed. Yes, it's all about prevention as well. But at least there are some situations that you're going to be able to defend yourself. So it's better to have it and not need to use it than to need it and don't have it. Okay? So if you have it and you don't have to use it, great. Okay? So let's go on the mats and let's work on this. Okay, good. So the most important things are basics. Okay, please. Okay, so remember, the first thing is posture. Okay, posture is one of the maximizing principles. The first thing you need to do, posture with balance. Okay, you need to work with this. Okay, so a good posture is important. Now, from there, we're going to work. Let's say we have a heel. Ready for what? Yeah. So you go from a neutral goal into a forward goal. So remember, all the postures in Kenpo are supposed to be in transition. You're not static. You're like this right now because we're training. But if you're on the street, if you stop moving, you're going to get hurt. Okay? And you want to end the problem as fast as possible. So Kenpo, it's similar to the grappling arts in a way that it's also a game of chess. The only difference is here, you don't have the time to think about the next move. You need to do it at the moment. Okay, you need to be thinking of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different moves ahead simultaneously. Okay, and you also need to have options. So this happens really, really fast. So let's say this is a turbo chess game. Okay, you're going full speed, full power, and you're making options, and you have a strategy that you're going to apply in the moment of combat. Okay, so you go from a forward ball into from a neutral one to a forward ball. You'll come, stay there, and then you're going to go into a reverse ball and back up. Okay, so now you have 3 positions, and two different strikes. Okay, you go back to neutral, go 1, 2, yes. And right from there, 1, 2, you're going to go into a cat stance and do an inward handstand. Yes, good. It could be an inward handstand or it could be a heel palm claw. Okay, let's do a heel palm claw. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's do it again. Let's go for 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. So see how he's transitioning. So right now he's been doing it mechanically, okay, because he's doing by the numbers, step by step. But he's making sure he's having good posture, good balance, good form, okay? And he's aligned and he's generating power, okay? He's also moving with speed, okay? But we're going by the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. And see the torque and look at the momentum, okay? He's going full force. Switch, and we are going to be able to do this on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So those are the basics that you want. You want to be able to generate devastation when you're moving with Kenpo. Okay. It's a primal art. Switch. Good. Inward handstand. 1. Yeah. Switch. Switch. 1, 2. Good. Okay. Cat stance. Kick. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay. That's beautiful. See? That's very, very nice. Okay. And those are the basics, the vocabulary of motion that you want. So you're able to apply it in a technique. So let's say he comes with a roundhouse punch and you step back and you're gonna what? You're gonna kill the arm, okay? You're gonna not just block it, you're gonna hit it, okay? Because you want to generate that damage, okay? So he comes in and you hit right away, you have that back knuckle, okay? And maybe you have that heel pop, okay? And maybe you have that claw, okay? And you have that cat stance, and you have that kick. Okay, and right from there, you can just hit him and go into what? Into a reverse hook, okay? And at the same time, you have that heel kick if you want. Okay, so that all happens fast. And you have to be able to formulate, okay? You have to be able to okay? Without thinking about it, just moving. And that comes from training. Training hard and training fast, okay? So it's not about applying a choreographed technique. It's about applying basics and principles. So one of the things that you need to be careful of is canceling his dimensions, height, weight, and depth. So if he throws a strike, when you block it or you hit him, you're going to try to go what? Down to cancel his height. Okay? So just make sure you settle a little bit. Now, but there, he still has his width. He can still hit you with it on the head. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. So you make sure, okay, you stop that by hitting his face. So that's one of the things we do in Kenpo a lot. Okay, once you go, we usually go from the head to the feet when we attack. Okay, it's not a rule, but usually that's the way you go. We usually kill that arm and then we go straight to the face. Yeah, see what happens? That stops the other arm. Okay, now right from there, I can go low, I can kick it and kick it again. Okay, and destroy his foundation, his base. That's also very important. Because if you destroy the foundation, you destroy his attitude as well. Okay, so like I said, it's a game of chess. And you're canceling his dimension. You're canceling his height, which is his ability to go up and down, to kick, or to make it shoot, go down. His width, which is his ability to turn and hit you, strike you. And his depth, which is his ability to go forward or backwards. Okay? So how you do that? You can do that with strikes. You can do that with pushes, with punches, with pulls, with hugs, whatever. You have all these different types of checks, okay, that are going to stop him momentaneously enough for you to hit him back, to counter. Okay? So Kenpo is a science of motion. And if you understand the science of motion and you have good training, so you have training plus understanding, that equals peak performance. Okay? And that's what you want. You want to be able to perform at your highest level. Okay? And for that, you need to train like crazy. Okay, and that's what this is about. Okay, so if I throw him a strike, okay, if I throw him a strike and he blocks, he's gonna block hard. Okay, fire. Good. Now, what is he gonna do from there? Yeah. Very nice. So his whole body is a weapon. Okay, because he has weaponized or forged his body to become a bio armor. Okay, and now he can use that and create damage or devastate my motion in my body when I'm trying to hurt him. Okay, that's going to stop me and that's going to end the aggression. Okay, and that's what you want. You want to be able to do that against 1, 2, 3 different types of opponents, okay, or aggressors. So make sure you train hard. Okay, so let's say I'm here and he comes, he's going to try to kick me. Okay, so when he comes, I can block him right here. Okay, I can, and then I go back to the head, to the face, right? Then I can kick him with the groin and just settle and finish him. Okay. So there are a lot of ways to do this. And what I'm doing is I'm canceling dimensions as fast as possible and ending his aggression, controlling space, time, and his body. Okay? And for that, you need a vocabulary of motion where you get with all the basics, your Kenpo motion, and that's going to take you to a high level of performance, and it's going to make you efficient, and especially it's going to make you effective. That's what you want. Okay? Okay, so, thank you, sir. Okay? Yeah. Good. Okay, so make sure you train as hard as possible. That's the key. We all know this, but sometimes we don't do it. We just practice. So techniques are only case studies of motion. They're not rules, and they're not choreographed moves that you're going to be able to apply in the ideal phase on the street. You need to start formulating. Go into the formulation phase, okay? And formulate by dominating your having full domain or mastering your basics and having a good understanding of your principles, concepts, and theories of motion. And that way, when you move, you're going to gain this effectiveness. Okay? That's it. So we're going to try to be here every 15 days. So, and we're going to be giving ideas and options to solve the problems that we have brought up. We did. We talked, we criticized the way it's done. So we're going to give options for the answer because it's not enough to just criticize. And remember, we are in favor of Kenpo. We're not against it by any means. And we believe that we have the right to talk about Kenpo because we have been doing Kenpo for more than 25 years. So we have earned the right. We have paid our dues. Okay, so we're not trying to badmouth anybody. We're just trying to inspire people so we can take Kenpo back to where it belongs. The top. The mother art. Yes. Okay, so think of this, and next time we're going to be here every 15 days on Saturdays. We're going to try to do this. Okay, so next time we're going to talk about katas, forms and sets. Okay, because we already said that they don't work for self-defense, but we're going to give options to make them work. Okay, and give options to solve the problem. Right? Right. I am Frank Soto.
Hector El Barbarie.
And these are the Kinetic Dragon tutorials. Kenpo for the street.
And Kinetica for your life.
Yeah. Take care. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.